Council had stated that it would be 15 years between before Ionia could ask for a rematch in order to determine the fate of those lands, and here we are only 7 years later.
Absolutely correct.
Absolutely. If my 7 years is correct.
No, I believe so. I believe
okay.
so. The primary thing there, again, Noxus feeling supremely confident, wanting to make a public display of their generosity in the circumstance, agreed to the rematch early, provided that the conditions of being incorporated into the Ionian government were met. But this seems to have really backfired for Noxus.
Yeah, and I think the Ionian plan right now is to not give Noxus a reason to get a rematch too early. They feel very confident in this game that they feel like they will secure their lands away from Noxus, so they don't want to give Noxus a reason to appeal. To appeal the match. They're playing it safe and saying, we know we're in the advantage. We don't want to give our lands a reason or an ability to be conquered again for the next decade and a half. And so they're playing it safe and hiding away.
If Noxus is unable to pull this out, this will be yet another huge disappointment for Noxus over the past few years. I mean, with the loss of their campaign against the barbarians, which are now Freljord, with their stalemate against Demacia, with the eventual stalemate against Ionia, you have to think, oh goodness, good. Poison Ion is reconnected.
Okay, good. So the Noxian summoners are all back in the game, and they have found that Ionia has warded Baron Nashor, and they have simply cleared the ward out and placed a couple of defensive wards around the map as well to try to keep track of this. There's the hawk shot from Ash. Spotting that no, Noxus is not actually going for the kill on Baron just yet. They're simply trying to wrest map control away, which is a very smart choice. But
Udyr leading the pack.
Yes, has come across. Oh, there's the ghost, and there's the Ash there on the Dark Binding. They will land on Scion in the back, but he will be running away. Can Udyr catch up? No, it looks like they're going to be okay with these shields. Will they be able to drop down? No, the rest of the team's still looping around the sides, but Ash coming through the jungle.
To look at the fear, it's literally a 4v1. But now they've stopped and turn around.
Oh, this is very dangerous. There is Pen in the middle of everything, and they're still waiting for Amumu and Soraka to gain in. And yes, they have dropped down Morgana, and this is very, very dangerous. The Ionians are in very good shape right now. This Vladimir is alone, and Edwy has dropped down. That is 3 dead Noxians. Ionia is still 5 strong. They're trying to jump down onto Singe. Can they do this? He's leaving a poison trail behind him. That will hurt the rest of these Ionian champions, but no, they are still diving down into the space. Will Singe drop down? They have exhausted Ash, and yes, there it is, a legendary Guardsman Bob, a legendary Udyr. This is...
Guardsman Bob literally chased four Noxians down the lane. Single-handedly chased them down the lane. Unbelievable.
Oh man, so you see the loss of Dr. Mundo leads to the rise of Udyr and how powerful that has been.
I find it interesting.
Wow.
I find it interesting too that Udyr has been dominating so hard. There are many sub-factions of Ionia, one of them being sort of primal champions who feel that going through the primal essence rather than just the equilibrium of balance is more important. So this may actually give the hawkish factions of Ionia more credence to the government.
Absolutely. It seems that Udyr is really carrying the weight of the rest of the 4 champions. And really, you can almost say that Ionia is bringing 8 champions, and as they have the man, bear, turtle, phoenix, tiger.
It's true, man, bear, turtle, phoenix.
And tiger.
Tiger, man, bear, turtle, phoenix, tiger. We'll get right.
And 4 of the champions, and there we go. Finally, the very first kill. Neo Illusions has been dropped down, but Frost still coming in here, going to try to chase on Morgana, and so much damage output. Morgana being dropped down by Ash, and the silence onto Vladimir. A very good play by Soraka, silencing Vladimir so he could not escape, and they are now on to the Noxian Nexus. And I want to say that one 8 times fast. Noxian Nexus. That's actually...
You got there goes that inner tower, and now the Nexus is... Well, there's one more inner tower, but the Nexus is essentially open.
Yes, and this is very dangerous. Now, they're certainly very far into the opponent territory. Frost is out of mana. Of course, Eclipse playing Cannon just uses the energy system, so that's going to regenerate fairly quickly, but they're short-handed and they are low on mana. Spirit of Ionia, rid these Noxian heathens of our lands. Yes, the Summoners, of course, trying very hard to fight for their lands. And yes, the Noxian Nexus is now available. Frost in the middle of everything. Will he drop down a critical strike for Misfortune? Looks like he's going to be safe. No, there is his friend. Can he catch on? No, he will not. And Ash will get away at 80 health. Trying to now jump back down onto the Nexus. There's Vladimir in the middle of everything. Can he do enough damage? They're trying to kill whoever they can, but Of course, Udyr in the middle just not taking damage. Poison Item jumping down on the cannon even harder. Roku dropping down. That is a kill. Roku picking up the Soraka. So now that is 2 deaths total, I believe, for the Ionian team. 20-2. They're still on this Nexus. It looks like they might be able to force Guardsman's out of this fight. They're dropping down onto Sign as hard as he can. Oh, there's the Sanguine Pool barely getting himself back.
Guardsman Bob literally pushing back 4 of the Noxian.
So very deadly, and they're doing what they can. We hear the crowd in the background getting louder and rowdier, cheering for their team.
Pro-Ionian crowd here.
Oh, there is some movement stunning everyone that you can. And let's see what they can do here. They're now jumping back down onto Sign. Sign is the one who can escape the least, but Amumu will be dropped down here by this Noxian cavalcade. And yes, there we go. Roku trying to run away, still afraid of Udyr.
Ionia establishing control over their home base, except for Guardsman Bob, just running rampantly throughout, unable to be stopped.
Oh, and across the map, Ash has stunned Sign, and Guardsman Bob will pick up that kill.
What a shot.
Legendary still. Very nice play. Eclipse has gone back into this fight, and the Ionians just laying siege. Go away. Ionians laying siege with Outlook yelling at me.
Important messages we'll get back to you later.
Doing what they can. Frost trying to run away. The Noxians fighting tooth and nail against the Shell and Claw, as Udyr is doing what he can to keep the Noxians at bay, trying to stay in their base.
Udyr has been in the base the entire foot. Literally, all the others fell back or died, and they've had a chance to regroup and come back, while Guardsman
he's getting low.
Dominant.
There's a new Shell. Oh, Roku's taking some damage. Ash putting us some damage, but oh yes, Vladimir has gone down, but Udyr will fall! This could be the turn of a comeback. Udyr has been dropped down. They're going to try to expel the Aurelians.
To Noxus's credit, they are still in this match. They need to. But it doesn't look good now. Now here comes the rest of them.
There's so many Ionians pounding on this Nexus. Will the Nexus fall? Will Ionia push them back? The Noxian Nexus is about to go down, and yes, Ionia will save their lands and push the Noxians back.
I can feel the anger all the way from Noxus over this outcome. Goodness.